Hey everyone, Life Coach Carisa here. I have a question. Do you keep a gratitude journal? Maybe you spend time counting your blessings, but when you look away from the page, that persistent, anxious feeling of never enough still hangs around. Do you feel that? You're saying the words, but you're not feeling the shift. Today, we are cutting through the superficial noise of gratitude. I'm going to challenge you. Stop saying you're grateful and let's start acting, feeling, and living grateful. Please stick around because we are talking about how to practice gratitude in a way that actually rewires your mindset and changes your life. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This month we are diving into the topic of gratitude, reflection, and closing the year strong. But before we dive into how to shift your mindset, I want to share something. If you've been following my channel and these concepts, inherited patterns, self-worth, transformation, if those resonate with you, please know that I appreciate you so very much for doing this personal growth work. And I am here to help you accelerate these shifts. I offer complimentary clarity calls several times a week where we can get on one-on-one, personalized, and explore the specific areas of friction in your life. I have created structured programs, including a 3-month kickstart and a 9-month total transformation journey designed to help you transform your limiting beliefs and create a life that you didn't even realize was available to you. You do not have to navigate this complex life alone. I finally realized that and changed my life. And so the link to book your call isn't going to be in the description of this video. All right. So today we are pushing gratitude beyond the buzzword. We are going to talk about how to make it transformational. I want to give you the tips to make this transformational as we head into the season of gratitude. First of all, I think we can feel gratitude all year, anytime, but hey, if this time of year provides a pause for you to look at this closer, that is okay too. I think the reason many of us disconnect from true gratitude is that we get into autopilot behaviors. We say one thing and do another. We may say we are grateful for our life and what and who is in it, and then turn around the next moment and be unkind and hard on ourselves or take others for granted. We think these thoughts intellectually, but we don't let that feeling drop into our body. And I want you to know that you can fix that. One area I have recognized as a root cause is this inherited block of never enough. The inability to drop into gratitude can often stem from an inherited mindset of scarcity. And I can relate to this so much. I'll give you an example. I grew up in an environment where money was constantly chased for security. The inherited programming that I received was clear. Chase money, work very hard, don't spend anything wasteful, and be hypervigilant because it might run out by the time that you need it later on. I literally began to fear money. I was afraid of never having enough, afraid of feeling like I had no options. My mindset was constantly focused on lack. My internal monologue sounded like, never enough, have to work really hard. I feel like a failure if I run out of money. It kept me stuck in fear and scarcity for far too long. Now, I had a major breakthrough when I realized this mindset was programmed, not factual. And after an unexpected inheritance years ago, I felt safe and peaceful for maybe 1 week. And then I went right back to the same programmed panic. And when my coach at the time asked me, what amount of money would you need, Carisa, to feel safe? I realized that I just unknowingly raised the number. There would never be enough to compensate for my ingrained programming. And the only thing that transforms that block is moving from chasing to cultivating. I began to focus on, I will always have enough for what I need. I am a good steward of my money. I have a tremendous brain that I can always come up with ideas to bring more value to the world and create that value. This was an active choice to be grateful for my talents and my abilities. So I want to add that the inherited belief of never enough doesn't just have to relate to your bank account or your money. It profoundly affects your emotional life. Because I also recognized a fierce scarcity mentality in regards to love and affection. I felt that love was fleeting, and if I wanted it, I needed to work incredibly hard or even fight for it. This came from some experiences throughout my childhood and young adult years. That emotional scarcity led me to chase things I truly didn't want and to show up in ways that felt really unnatural. If love felt scarce, I couldn't be authentic. I was performing because deep down, I didn't trust that my true self was worthy of free, abundant affection and unconditional love. But here is the truth. When you cultivate an internal abundance of self-love, you actually stop chasing it externally. When I cultivated that understanding that I could bring value to the world and create abundance rather than scarcity, I stopped chasing it externally because you realize that the supply isn't limited. When you stop fearing the loss of love, you're able to give it freely and, more importantly, receive it unconditionally without the need to perform or earn it. Similarly with finances, when you realize that you have the ability to create value and to give, you can then receive it back to you. So learning how to experience true gratitude and abundance can affect multiple areas of your life. I'm just highlighting two areas in regards to money and love, but it can affect every area of your life. So I want you to think about the fundamental difference between saying thanks, which is a polite reaction, and practicing transformational gratitude, which is a mindset change. Because this truly is a mind-body connection. We can say words without feeling them, but connecting your brain and body is a skill that you can cultivate. And I think a simple word of thanks is sometimes an autopilot reaction. But transformational gratitude is something much deeper. It means being intentional and dropping into a feeling energy that is far more impactful than just thinking a word. So I want to give you some tips for rewiring your mindset. It really is about having a feeling strategy. Instead of just listing things in a gratitude journal or your daily journaling, I want you to think about a transformational way to practice gratitude as being one of feeling. How can I actually feel this appreciation, not just think it? And this is really a creative, non-obvious step that rewires your mindset. So hang with me. It would look something like this. You would ask for the vibration, right? So you'd ask yourself, how do I want to feel in this moment? And you can tell yourself, I want to feel the vibration of gratitude, thankfulness, appreciation. I want to feel abundance. So then locate the energy. Ask yourself, where do I feel that in my body? Like for me, thankfulness feels slow and soft and supportive, and it's usually going to be in my heart area. And I locate that as a positive energy vibe. And so then you can combine a word and a feeling. So when you say your gratitude statements, I have enough for my needs. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for that. You are intentionally dropping into your body to tap into where you feel it, which is just going to explode your experience of gratitude. Because this process is all about being mindful. I mean, experts say that we have like 65,000 or more thoughts a day, but when you are intentional about dropping into a feeling energy, you make gratitude transformational. So, okay, Carisa, why would I want to even give this a try? This sounds like a lot of work to retrain my brain with gratitude. Well, when you retrain your brain to see opportunities and abundance rather than scarcity, your life changes completely. I'm telling you, I promise you, the difference will be tangible because relationships will improve because you're approaching them with appreciation, even for others' limitations and growth. You can learn to appreciate that. Your careers, your finances, you'll see that your talents are this continuous wellspring of value. It's not a fear-based account that's going to run dry. And you can even start to change your relationship with challenge and difficulties. Your relationship with struggle can improve. You can stop letting the little things bother you because you see an opportunity in everything. Don't get me wrong. This is not easy. Your brain is wired to see and judge what's not right, But just like any muscle, your brain can go stronger when you work it. It requires mindfulness and attention, but you can absolutely shift that mindset. My life is completely different today because of the decision I made to change my mindset over 5 years ago. I never want to go back to going through the motions with gratitude. I want to feel it deeply every single time. This is what it means to go beyond just the buzzword of gratitude. So this Thanksgiving season, let it be a catalyst for you learning how to deeply feel gratitude, not just say it or write it. All right, everyone. I hope this conversation has given you some new tools to move beyond superficial gratitude and into a mindset of abundance. Remember, you have the ability to bring tremendous value to the world, and that is something worth feeling grateful for. If you're ready for more conversations on building growth mindsets, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell. And for a full roadmap on rewriting your stories, changing your limiting beliefs, and building a life you love, my book, Why Am I Like This, is a part cautionary tale of what happens when you live on autopilot, and then a roadmap for what it can look like when you take back control of your life. And you can find it on Amazon. Be sure to check it out. And maybe this would even make a great gift for someone you love this upcoming holiday. All right, everyone, take care, and I will see you in the next video.